Welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV viewers and subscribers. As always, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate you taking your time out to watch the video and interacting with the video as well. Now, the West Indies definitely brought their bats and their brooms today to the third T20 versus South Africa. They also had to bring their umbrella, but luckily, they didn't have to use their umbrellas for too long. They ended up using the brooms instead, winning the third T20 in a very convincing fashion and completing a series sweep over South Africa in the T20 series. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you the scores in the match. There are brilliant performances, especially by our batters. Shai Hope, Nicholas Pooran, and Shimron Hetmyer came in and put on a brilliant batting display as well. So I'm going to be giving you the scores in the match and just sharing my thoughts on the match overall, right? So like I mentioned earlier, the rain threatened this match. So the match was eventually shortened to a 13 over per team game, right? It started at 20 overs, and I think it was in the fourth or fifth over during South Africa's innings. The rain came, and as such, the match was shortened. The rain also delayed the toss, right? So they exceeded that 60-minute limit that they had without losing overs, and the match was reduced to a 13 over per team match, right? South Africa batted first, and they struggled for a while. They struggled early out in the innings, right? Our bowlers up front, namely Akil Hussain, Matthew Ford also, bowl really well before the rains came. I think when the rain came in the fifth over, South Africa only had 23 runs on the board, right? So our bowlers started off well, but then towards the back end of the South African innings, they definitely picked up momentum and had some big overs themselves, right? So especially Tristan Stubbs, he put on another brilliant batting display for them. He was actually the top scorer in the series in terms of runs scored. So it was brilliant batting by Tristan Stubbs. And South Africa were able to get to 108 for 4 of their 13 overs. And with the Duckworth-Lewis method, at 8 runs were an additional 8 runs were added to their total, or 7 runs. So when West Indies chased, they needed 116 to win. Bowling for the West Indies, it was Romario Shepherd again, having another brilliant outing with the ball. So this is 2 consecutive matches now where Shepherd has done really well with the ball, being economical, but not only being economical, but taking wickets as well. So Shepherd took 2 for 14 from his 2 overs, and he got his 2 wickets in the first over that he bowled, right? So brilliant bowling by Shepherd again. Also bowling well was Akil Hussain. He bowled 3 overs for 11 runs and he took a wicket as well. And Roston Chase bowled 2 overs for 11 runs. So they were the main bowlers. Matthew Ford, he bowled 3 overs for 28 runs. He took 1 for 28, right? So, and Moti and Mackay were a bit on the expensive side, right? Moti bowled 2 overs for 23 runs and Mackay bowled 1 over for 17 runs. So the players that came in for West Indies in the game was Obed Mackay, right? Shimron Hetmyer, of course. But Hetmyer came in for Ravman Powell. So Ravman Powell was rested for this one. I must say I was a bit surprised by that, but at the same time, I was surprised. I'll say that. So Hetmyer came in for Ravman Powell. So Roston Chase was the captain for this match. And Obed Mackay came in for Shamar Joseph. And the other player that was rested was Sheriff Rutherford. Right, so however you want to put it, whether you want to say Hetmyer came in for Rutherford or Allen came in for Rutherford, it doesn't matter, right? Powell, Rutherford, and Joseph were arrested for the match. The West Indies, in reply, oh wow, they got to 116 for 2 in just 9.2 overs, right? I'm telling you, just spectacular batting by the West Indian batsmen. They starting out. We lost our Alec Athenies in the early. I think it was in the first over that Athenies got out, right? And the score was 2 for 1. But then in came Mr. Nicholas Pooran, the man of the moment in T20 cricket. Some would say arguably, but I would say definitely the best T20 batsman in world cricket right now. And Mr. Pooran just came in, and from his first ball, he just went off, right? Hitting his first ball for 6, and he never looked back. Pooran ended up scoring 35 off just 13 balls, hitting 460s and 2 4s in that innings. Shai Hope, another brilliant batting performance by Shai Hope as well, scoring 42 from 24. And he was our highest run scorer in the series. I think so. He got 51 in the first one day, 41 in the second one day, and 42 in this one. So that's what 134 runs in the series, and it's that on the back of those performances that Shai Hope was actually named player of the series. And I must say, really well deserved and well done by Shai Hope. Brilliant batting, leading us at the top of the order, with our opener Brandon King being out. And I must say, with Shai Hope batting that well, and Athanaze also did his thing in the first 2 test matches, Brandon King will have a hard time to get back in the team, if he doesn't perform well in the upcoming CPL and so on and so forth. Shai Hope has definitely, secured an opening spot going forward in T20 cricket for the West Indies, right? So brilliant batting by Shai Hope. And then when Pooran got out, in came Shimron Hetmyer, right? Hetmyer, he's sat on the bench, for quite a few matches now for the West Indies. And this match was an opportunity for him to come in. And he did come in and he showed what he's capable of, what we know he's capable of doing, right? He batted in Shimron Hetmyer style. He scored 31 off just 17 balls, right? Hitting boundaries, running well between the wickets with him and Shai Hope. He played he played a cover drive. That cover drive, I think that was a shot of the day. All on the carpet, for 4 after half. I think it was Otniel Bartman. That cover drive from Shimron Hetmyer was just, oh my God, exquisite. Hetmyer came in and he showed his class, batted in Hetmyer fashion, like I said, and guided us to victory with Shai Hope in that innings, right? So I must say a huge shout out to Shimron Hetmyer, definitely coming in, making use of his opportunity and bringing the team home, to victory, guiding the team home to victory. So that was it. Only lost 2 wickets in chasing down 116 runs, and we chased it down in less than 10 overs. Right. So our batting was just was very, very, very good, very good batting, I must say. So well done by the team overall, on winning this series, in convincing fashion. Obviously other people will make the argument about the strength of the South African team, but like I always say, you can only play the opponent that's placed in front of you. So if South Africa, decided to field a weaker team than their strongest team, that's none of our business, right? We don't have any control over that. What we have control over the West Indies team is how they play in the series, and they did exactly what they were supposed to do. If they had lost the series, right, then they would have come under heavy criticism. So when complimenting the players or commending the players, we shouldn't make not that you're not mindful of it, but you shouldn't let that be a strike against the team, when commending them on their series victory. So well done to the team. Definitely looking forward to see how we do going forward. So this is now, I think, what, 7 out of 8 T20 series now that we've won. The only T20 series that we've lost in the last year and a half or so was that T20 series in Australia, which was a really, really good series. Tight series, but unfortunately we weren't able to win. But it was competitive. But other than that, in the T20 format, we're definitely performing well. We're doing brilliant, and it's very pleasing to see as a fan of West Indies cricket. Right. So now, we look forward to the CPL. All the players will turn their attentions to the CPL until later on in October, when England tours us again, and we'll get an opportunity to play against England and hopefully get some revenge on them. They got the better of us in the T20 World Cup as well, which contributed to us being knocked out in the Super 8 stage. Likewise did South Africa. So we've got our revenge against South Africa. So now we have to look forward to getting our revenge against England as we look to continue on this momentum and build towards the 2026 World Cup, right? So That's all I have for you in this video, viewers and subscribers. Do remember to like the video, very important. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet, and definitely share your thoughts in the comment section. As always, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.